Hi, I'm Angie, and I'm here with my friend Nneka, talking about her hot new release. I hope she makes you happy. We're going to talk with Nneka, talk about her new release, and talk about her upcoming album. I guarantee you, Nneka hopes she makes you happy.
That's right.
So, Miss Nneka, if I
Yeah.
asked you who is Nneka, what would you tell me?
I'm Nigerian born, singer-songwriter. Was very passionate about music. I love every genre of music, from gospel, Afrobeat, rhythm and blues, and all that jazz.
Okay.
That's Nneka.
How long have you been a professional writer?
Since '95, I started out doing nightclubs in Benin City, and then I moved to Lagos State, and then I moved to the United States for now.
Okay. Okay. So, who or what inspires you?
Well, generally, life inspires me. Experiences that I've, been through, and also friends and family, good, bad, happiness, sadness, everything inspires me, so I'm able to write about it, and it's kind of fun for me. And Joy Sims, Anita Baker, Onyeka Owenu, Fela Nicola Kuti, Christy Etienne Ibukwe, Etta James, don't forget Etta James. Yeah, so those are big influences on my life. I grew up listening to them pretty much, and so they've been great in my life. I look up to them, and I just love them.
Okay. So, I hope she makes you happy.
Mhm.
What's the story behind that?
Well, I hope she makes you happy is, well, me being sarcastic, I guess. It's talking about a girl who's in a relationship and just can't seem to get the guy to understand that you don't need to go back and forth me and this other girl, which he's doing. And I guess he's, letting her know that I'll break it up with the other girl, but he's not. He's still doing the, playing the games with her. And at this point, she's tired. She's, pretty much done with it. And so she helps him make up his mind and gives him the book, just tells him, listen, I'm gonna let you go be with this girl, but I hope she makes you happy. But then again, I have to stress, I'm being sarcastic. I really don't want him, I really don't want her to make him happy, but it's just the way I feel about it.
Would you say you were another angry black woman?
No, I wouldn't say I'm an angry black woman. I was an angry black woman at some point, or, like most women in America, in the world, or whatever, black, white, at some point we get mad in a relationship, when you have to deal with cheating spouses and boyfriends and whatnot, and that goes for men too, not just women. So in writing this album, I had to draw from all the personal experience that I've had over the years, and also from friends, girlfriends, sisters, and so on and so forth. So, but now I'm okay. I think it's okay for me to stress that women, we can't move past the whole BS, about relationships and whether your man is cheating on you, or not. I think it's very important for us to love ourselves and believe that it's not okay to stay in any kind of an abusive relationship. You have to be able to tell yourself that I do have a choice, and there's always better out there. Take a chance, and that's what I'm doing. You don't have to put up with the BS, but be nice about it at the same time.
Okay, okay. I think your message, your album, takes women on a journey,
Yeah,
and it ends up being a positive force.
it has to for me.
If I asked you if you could inspire men and women, what would you tell me, or what would you tell them?
I just want people, men or women, if you're in a relationship, whether happy or not, I think communication is very important. And also, it goes back to me saying loving yourself. Put you first, no matter what. You know, um, and just keep it real. It's no games, and don't be afraid. And there's life after whatever you've been through. You know what I'm saying? You can't pick yourself up and make it right. And that's what I don't want women to just think that, oh, you just it's about it. You're angry, and on this album there are love songs. It's not about sad songs for me. I talk about good times. I talk about bad times. But you can definitely turn the negative into a positive as a woman, even as a man. So I want people to love themselves, women to love themselves, and not feel like, oh, I have to stay, I can't find someone else, I can't do this, I can't do that. You can't. You have a choice.
Sure. If I asked you, where do you come up with your melodies, what would you tell me?
It's a funny one. I don't come up with melodies. Melodies come to me. And in my
Okay.
opinion, that's a blessing. That's a gift from God. I can't explain it. Some days it comes to me when I'm taking a shower, when I'm cooking, taking a walk, doing whatever, even sometimes in my sleep. It comes to me. So I don't really, even writing a song, I don't think I've ever sat down and say, okay, I want to write a song today called I Love Him. I've never done that. Every song that I've ever recorded, you know, came to me at one point in my life. Some songs stay forever. Some stay for 3 months and disappear. Some disappear for a year and then come back, back to me. So I just take it when it comes, and so I don't really just go into. I'm not the type of artist that go into the studio and say, I want to come up with a melody today or beats or music or whatnot. It comes to me and I take it from there.
Wow. Let's talk about your first album.
Hmm.
What happened with your first album?
Unfortunately, not a lot of people know about the first album, I have to admit, and I take the blame for that. I did not, promote it the way I should have. I don't know. I was just going through stuff, and even after the first album, not, going anywhere, I just got lost in the game. I was frustrated. I did a couple of talk show. I mean, sorry, open mics and talent shows and stuff like that. But it didn't work out. I did what I was supposed to do, but I admit I didn't do enough. So I didn't push the first album, but it's a learning process for me. Because I turned my back on the music for years, but the music never turned away from me. It stayed in me, and I appreciate that because out of that experience, a woman scorn is born because I've grown as a performer. Lyrically, I've grown. Personally, I've grown. I have a lot more to say, write about. I just don't write for fun. I have a song on the first album called Tonight. I remember how, I came up with it. I wrote it with my husband, and that night, I remember we were just here drinking and having a good time, and it just started to hum, you know, and it I love the song, and right now you can find it on iTunes as well because I love it so much. I figured, you know what, I'll just throw it out there. But there are great songs on the first album that hopefully I can go back and redo them, and let people, be aware that I do have a first album, and it's still available right now on MySpace, iTunes, and Amazon.com. So you can go check it out.
Okay. Well, I love your body of work.
Thank
I
you
think
so
you
much.
are a very talented artist. Would you consider writing for other artists?
I love it. It would be a dream come true for me. As a matter of fact, I think I have the perfect song for Rihanna, Britney Spears, and for you, Miss Girl Fantasia. Girl, I got the perfect song for you. So, but I want to go into publishing because I do realize that sometimes there are songs that I write I know I could never do justice. So I know when I can record a song for myself, and I know when I could just leave it alone and say, well, maybe Tracy Chapman or somebody else could perform it and record it or whatnot. But I love to go in publishing and love to write for other artists as well. Yeah.
Well, A Woman Scorned, your new uh,
Upcoming album. Yeah.
upcoming album. You wanted to do a sample for us.
Oh yeah. What you're hearing right now is my first single. I hope she makes you happy. Go check it out. It's on iTunes. Losing My Mind is another, personal favorite, of mine. I love it. I wrote it, and it's funny. I first started writing the song like 7, 8 years ago. I remember the story. I was returning back from Leonard's Mall. I was on a train, and it just came to me, and I never, in my wildest dreams, imagined I was going to record it years later. And it's today. It's called Losing My Mind, and I'm going to perform it tonight. And I hope you like it.
Okay, so let's hear Miss Nneka perform
Losing my mind.
Losing My Mind.